Water's empty. Let me fill that up real quickly as we go outside. Try and beat the rain. We're gonna do a double stream today. So if you're watching this live or in the future, there is going to be a part 2 later on. Right, Leyla? Tucker's tuning in today. Tucker, are you off from school? Bring their water outside. Just in case they want a sip later on. Hey, there's our new friend too. What's up? Thank you for the white hearts. Love seeing those white hearts. You had a half day. Lucky you. That's always fun when you get either no school or a half day. Joanne's in the chat. Hello, mother. Trying to beat the rain out here. The sky's looking a little gray today. Hello, son. Love the fur babies. I saw you checking out some of our short videos yesterday too, right? We have tons and tons and tons of shorts on our channel. Right, Leyla? I wonder how many shorts we've posted. We were posting 2 per day at one point. Now we're down to 1 per day. And we started January 1st of last year. And I don't think we've missed any day posting shorts, so that we're probably over 500 by now. I sure did. Yes, you do. Quite the catalog, huh? Quite the catalog, Leyla. Ooh, it's chilly out here today. Leyla just skid along the ground, chasing the bolly. Tucker said he's gotta go. See you later, Tucker. See you later on. Tucker, are you gonna join us for our part 2? I hope so. I think Apollo hopes so too. Right, Apollo? Want to see Tucker later? Right, Leyla? The Leyla loop? The Leyla loop? Leyla, where's your bolly? Where's your bolly? Can I have your bolly? Kimchi said, awesome. I started posting myself, my ferret, about a month and a half ago, and we got quite a few ourselves. We'll have to check those out after the stream's over. How is it like having a ferret as a pet? I've never had a ferret. I have no idea what it's like. Is it very fun? Are they really good pets? Nicole's in the chat. Hey, Nicole. She said, hello, everyone with the white hearts. Can I get that ball, Leyla? We're stuck at 2 likes, everyone. Help us out. Double tap your phones or hit that like button. Let's see those likes come through. That's true. We used to have a chinchilla as a ferret, like a chinchilla as a pet. Because then I'm not sure I would love it, because the chinchilla just kind of hung out in its cage. Uh-oh, tie. See if I can get close. Both their faces are filthy. They must have just been in the mud getting the ball. Hey Connie, welcome to the stream. Leyla got it. Oh, looks like Apollo doesn't want to give in. Kimchi said can't say. Oh, Kimchi is the name of your ferret, huh? Kimchi is up in my eyes, needs to be on him. You'll understand when you see the video. I also said hit the like button and we'll like you back somewhat. Somewhat. Your ferret free roams throughout your house? Have you ever lost him? Give me that ballie. Give me that ballie. Leyla. Connie, it's chilly out today by us. Have you been outside? Brr, it's kind of cold out here. Can you train a ferret to go to a litter box? No way, right? BJ said, good morning. Hey, BJ, welcome into the stream. You can train a ferret to go to a litter box? That's wild. Connie said, no, not yet. Guys, I almost forgot to say we had a scare this morning. We were counting our chickens and there was one missing. We were nervous something might have happened to it, but we did a second count later on in the day and they were all there. So I think it was just a... whether it was hiding or just a bad count. But all chickens are accounted for at this present moment. You can train a rabbit to go in a litter box. That's wild. Who keeps rabbits inside though? I feel like they're always in an outdoor cage, or at least when they were at my house they were. We used to have a pet rabbit. We had a couple rabbits actually. Kimchi, sounds like you're out of here, but you'll try to be back in. If we don't catch you this stream, we'll be back live later today. Ah, your ferret is trained on potty pads. That's impressive. Sam and Jake have one? What, an indoor rabbit? I don't know if I'd like that. Aren't rabbits kind of like smelly and dirty? They, don't they poop like 1,000,000 times a day? I know our chinchilla did. Where are you going? You thirsty already? You've never lost him? That's good. Sounds like Kimchi is a well-trained ferret. BJ said I would rather have a rabbit outside and use the pellets for fertilizer for the garden. Ooh, yeah, like a natural manure, I guess, right? We have a compost at our house for fertilizer. Connie said, yes, I had one years ago. Peter was his name. Tuxedo. He never smelled inside bunny. How about that, Leyla? Leyla, who's a good girl? BJ said I have compost piles around the yard, but would have used bunny pellets. We have a great compost. We have 2 different like wooden square things that contain everything. We throw all of our food and leftovers in there and other stuff. Chicken poop. We should train our chickens to go in the same spot. That would make the collection of the poop much easier. Chicken poop is great fertilizer. I used it when I had chickens. Well, now I'm gonna wash everything 2 or 3 times when I eat it from the garden from here on out. I didn't realize we were throwing chicken poop on it. Peter died on Easter. Sorry to hear that, Connie. I also have a horror story about a rabbit dying on a not the best occasion. Chickens are one animal that would be hard to train, not the brightest birds in the flock. Do they even have a brain? Barely. All their brain tells them is eat and sleep, reproduce. That's about it. So I took my rabbit into show and tell when I was in 1st grade. And he didn't make it through the day. So my teacher, Mrs. Sessa at the time, actually did a great job. When I was a little kid in the class, I had actually no idea what happened. And but she called my mom from school and was like, I don't think your rabbit's doing so well. I took him in for show and tell. Whenever I clean the coop, goes into the compost and breaks down to get mixed with the garden. Poor Miss Sessa. Nicole said, OMG. Bunnies do not do well under stress. Yeah, this little bunny's heart couldn't take it no more. I think he was pretty old though, but yeah, show and tell did not go great. See you later, Kimchi. Kimchi, what was your real name? I'm forgetting now. I know Jen said it yesterday. That would have been terrible for a child to have their pet die at show and tell. Well, that is what happened. Luckily, Miss Sessa was a great teacher and she kind of like swept it under the rug so none of the class realized. Connie said, please subscribe, like, and share. And also added the double white hearts. Thank you for sending those our way. That must have been tough on the teacher too. Oh my gosh, yeah, I never even thought about it from her perspective. She was probably freaking out just as much as us. Luckily, by the time I had Miss Sessa, she was a legendary teacher. She probably had, I mean, that probably had never happened to her before, but she has been through almost everything else, so I think she was ready for it. Give me that ball, Apollo. Alicia. That's what it was. Alicia. Nicole said, I would imagine the whole class be crying the moment everyone knew the rabbit died. Yeah, everybody would have been freaking out, huh? It definitely, I'm thinking about it now. I don't know if I really remember first grade. Do I remember first grade? I know the story because it's been told so many times in my family, but like, I'm not sure if I remember first grade too well. Would I remember it? I mean, probably. What's the earliest class or grade that you guys can remember? Holla at the Player, though, said, what's the story behind giving your pets their names? I will tell you in a moment. Let me just catch up on the comments. Dr. Pugh said, just watched a short where you dressed them up in Christmas-themed clothes. Looking amazing as usual. Thank you, Dr. Pugh. I'm happy you found that short because it's an old one. It's deep in the archives. BJ said, I remember when I was a little kid in grade school and President Kennedy died. My teacher trying to hold back tears and letting us go home early. I think I remember, I have a faint memory of when one of the popes was changed. I went to a Catholic school, so I guess that was like a big thing probably. I was very young. I don't know when it happened. It must have not been it was probably the Pope before the one we have now. But I remember everybody going crazy for that. When like the smoke goes up or something. But holla at the Playa though. The story behind our pets' names. So Apollo, I picked his name. I've always been interested in space science. I like the name Apollo. There was a few names in the running that my family had also possibly wanted to give him. I think the runner-up that was almost also chosen was the name Ghost. But in the end, I won out. And his name is now Apollo. And I think it fits him very well. Leyla, her name has a little bit more significance. So the original OG, first of them all, white German Shepherd that we had, her name was Alley, right? Alley. She was such an amazing dog that we decided to name the next white German Shepherd we got after her, Yella, which uses the same exact letters in a different format, Yella. And then Yella was such a good girl, we decided, I think we have to keep on the tradition now. So we're thinking, what's another format we could, move the letters and make a name? And I think Leyla is probably the last way we can do it. But that's why I think a lot of people spell Layla's name wrong from how we spell it. We spell it Leyla, because that uses the exact same letters and continues the tradition. But Leyla is the third variation, third and last. Unless you guys can think of another way to change those letters into a name, but I don't think so. I think that's it. Charles Thrawley said, Apollo's origin is ancient Greek. I was actually thinking the other day, I think I want to name a dog in the future Galileo. What's up, y'all? Those pups are adorable. Thank you, Charles. Thank you. You think I should get an Artemis too? Artemis next? Maybe Aurelius. I like that better than Artemis. I bet if you named your dog Galileo, you would end up calling him Gally. Maybe Leo. It would definitely not be the full thing, you're right. Holler at a player though. Hashtag go Hogs. You're rooting for Arkansas? They ruined my bracket though. I can't root for them. I had no idea that Calipari was their coach. If I had known that, I would have had more faith in them. If you name it Artemis, maybe Artie. Charles said, my Leo just passed last year. Sorry to hear that, Charles. Hollow, you're from Little Rock, Arkansas? How far do you think they can go? You think they could go the whole way? A lot of people near me chose St. John's to go deep because we're in New Jersey, so we're right near St. John's, and that didn't go too well. True, Apollo and Artemis do belong together in Greek culture. Should we make Layla's middle name Artemis? I think it's too late. Paula said we got the great coach, John Calipari. I know I don't follow college basketball too closely. I kind of just pay attention when March Madness is going on. So I didn't even know he left Kentucky. There's been some crazy coaching changes in college basketball then, because you had Duke change their coach, UNC changed their coach, Kentucky changed their coach, I guess. Now Pitino is doing it with St. John's. There was a big shift. Charles said he was a German Shepherd, the best dog I ever had. Charles, that's because German Shepherds are the best breed out there, man. I totally agree. Charles, you gotta watch my short from today about how Apollo fell asleep on my shoulder. That clip is from 2 days ago now. The bond and connection and loyalty that German Shepherds show you is just unmatched. I see Coco in the comments, but I cannot read it, unfortunately. But thank you, Coco. You think you're going to go to the Final Four, Hala? My bracket's busted, so I'll root for you. I have nothing to lose at this point. BJ said, I will always have a German Shepherd if I have a dog. Can't imagine life without one. I know, German Shepherds are the goats. They really are the goat breed of dogs. Who'd you pick to go all the way? I wanted to fill out a bracket. I picked Florida to go all the way. I filled out a couple different brackets, but in my main one, I have Florida. Actually, I'm in a pool. I'm in my mom's work pool, and for her, I picked Duke, and for me, I picked Florida. But my bracket is so bad, I have no chance. I like Cooper Flag and them Duke Blue Devils playing good basketball. I think Duke is the hottest team. I mean, they won their tournament without Flag, and now they got him back, and they look dominant. Charles said facts. I'll check it out, man. Thank you, Charles. Charles, if this is your first time discovering our channel, I'll give you a little rundown. We go live daily. Sometimes we do 2 parts, like today we're going to do 2 30-minute live streams. But basically every single day we go live. We started that January 1st of this year. January 1st of last year, we started with our shorts, which we post every morning at 9:12 a.m. Eastern Time. So happy to have you in the community. Apollo and Leyla are 2 years old. They're going to be 3 in July. I can't believe they're about to be 3 already. But yeah, happy to have you in here. Hopefully you stick around, you enjoy the streams and the shorts. Yeah, I didn't know Florida was that good. Honestly, excuse me, I had no idea either till I was doing my research a couple days before the lock of the brackets. Who knows, though? I think Arkansas has as good a chance as anybody else, honestly. That Maryland game was the best of the tournament so far. Charles said, I'll check out your videos. I just found y'all and sub. Great content. Thank you, Charles. So happy to have you in here. Foxy's in here. What's up, Foxy? He said, scared of Apollo. Gotta go. Apollo, you're supposed to keep the people in the stream with your cuteness, not scare them away. What are you doing? Ooh, it's windy. It's cold and windy. We just said thank you for the 12 likes, everybody. We really appreciate your support. I think we even got a few more since that comment. I see 14 now on my phone, so thank you, everyone. Leyla, can I have your ballie? Layla Loaf. Yeah, so basically our streams, Charles, it's like kind of like if you watch live streams a lot, it's basically like a just chatting stream where like a streamer will just sit and talk with their community. It's kind of what I do, but then we also get to play with the dogs and watch the king and queen, as Jens, who's not in here right now, but has so aptly named them. You're watching down in South Georgia on the Florida-Georgia line. Oh my gosh. The second I said that phrase, I started thinking of that song. Or is that a band? Florida-Georgia line. Isn't that a song or is that a band? I'm thinking of that song where it goes like, baby, you're done, you make me want to roll my windows down. You know that song, anyone? Or do I sound crazy? Oh my gosh, yeah, BJ, it has to be so much warmer by Charles. It is freezing here today in northern New Jersey. I did not dress appropriately. I did not think it was going to be this cold. I'm wearing like a quarter zip out here. I'm freezing. Thankfully, we're doing 2 parts today because I would have had to go inside and change if I had to be out here for an hour. But it's nothing like those January streams for our OG viewers who saw those, where my hands would become icicles throughout the stream. Charles said, I think it's a band. I think you're right. I think you're right. It's almost 90 degrees by you. Oh my gosh. You got all the heat. You can spare like 10, 15 degrees. Send it our way, please. Foxy said, I'm scared Apollo is way too cute. Also, I'm going to make a new account, and I'm not going to tell you the name of the channel. You're going to be like Jertsu. Jertsu always likes to catfish us with different accounts. And I will join the live stream sometimes. Okay, Foxy. Foxy, I bet you if you're on a different account and you comment in the stream enough, I'll be able to tell it's you. I feel like I've learned your humor, your personality. Where are you going, Leyla? Connie said, I love Leyla and Apollo. I think it's starting to rain out here. I'm feeling some drizzles. BJ said, if you want to learn how to raise and pick a German Shepherd puppy, go to German Shepherd Man. He has a wonderful, balanced approach to training. German Shepherd Man. He got a great tag on YouTube. He must have had an account early. Charles said, I moved down here from Fort Wayne, Indiana, so I grew up in the snow and ice. But I caught a love of sailing, so had to be closer to the beaches and the heat. Charles, it's probably still pretty far north of you since you're so far to the southern side of, like, almost in Florida. I wonder actually how far it is from you, but my family goes to the Outer Banks almost every year. We started going there probably almost 20 years ago now. We love it down there. But I wonder if like you're almost as far from it as us. For us, it's like an 8-hour drive. I wonder how far it would be for you. Foxy, you're gonna disguise yourself with different humor? German Shepherd Man has been around for quite a few years. Connie said, oh no, I don't like the rain. Me neither. I hope it's just a passing drizzle and not something more longer lasting. Oh my gosh, yeah, the weather difference from Indiana to Florida. That's what's great about the United States, though. It's like every state is almost like a different country. The Outer Banks is about 6 hours drive. I love the Outer Banks. Charles, it's the best. We go to Kerala every year. We're actually not going this year, though, unfortunately, but basically every year. It's the best mix of nature, beach. We love it there. Tabby is in the stream. Hello, Tabby. Oh no, Tabby said bad news. What's the matter, Tabby? My pony is getting sold. Why are you selling your pony? We are up to 17 likes on the stream. Thank you, everyone. Can we hit 20 in our part 1? That would be super, super cool. Is anybody watching who hasn't double tapped their phone yet and could throw a like our way? BJ said my state has huge difference in weather between eastern and western. Green forest and saltwater on the side and high desert on the other. Charles said, great place to vacation. It's amazing. I totally agree. Although, you know what? I do not like when we go to the Outer Banks, there's that one bridge you go over and you could either go right, you go to the southern side, which is like Nag's Head and whatever, and then the northern side, which is Kerala, Duck, and all those towns. I don't really like the southern side of it because it's much more commercialized, I feel like. Dirty paws and floors just got washed. Nah, they're clean. These pups are fresh as a daisy today out here. Have a good live. I hope you reach 20 likes. Thank you, Tabby. Thanks for popping in here. Tabby, we're going to do a part 2 later. If you're free, check it out. It'll be like 2.5 hours, 2-ish hours from now, 4 p.m. our time, about a little bit after that. BJ said, LOL, tell me about muddy paw prints on the kitchen floor, Joanne. Yep. We know that all too well. Jens is in the stream. He said 19 likes. Hello, everyone with the white hearts. Hello, Jens. Charles said too touristy. Totally agree. We think alike, Charles. I haven't spent much time in Georgia at all. My family has a timeshare down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, that I've been to, I think, 2 times now. The only other vacation spot we go to is Seaside, which is the Jersey Shore. But East Coast beaches, man, you can't beat it. Sorry, BJ, but it's so much better than the West Coast because out there the ocean is freezing all the time. East Coast ocean is so much warmer. And hair everywhere. Yeah, we're gonna have to do our shedding live stream pretty soon where I just brush the dogs the entire stream. I'm thinking like mid to late April, maybe even May, when the weather really starts to change. But I wouldn't change a thing. There you go. I don't like Apollo. I think Apollo's crying. I hope he didn't hear me read that comment. Jen said, and a hello, Steven, and King and Queen, and hi, Joanne, and hi, Foxy. Well, Jen, you just got in here, but I'm sorry to say we are about to wrap it up. Although we are going to do a part 2 today, so hopefully you can catch us then. BJ said, I agree, Steven. The beaches tend to be rocky and water cool here on the West Coast, especially north of San Francisco. Doesn't everybody have to wear like wetsuits? Because the water's so cold out there. Connie said, I agree with you, Steven. I love our shores. NJ Hart. New Jersey gets a bad rep if you've never been here before, but there's some beautiful places. Beautiful, beautiful. Foxy said, I love Apollo. Thank you, Foxy. Charles said, yeah, I'm looking to move close to Daytona. Georgia is cool, but too rural for my taste. I grew up on a farm and thought I was country. I was wrong. I'm not country at all compared to southern Georgia. Really? Is it really like that? Charles, what do you mean by that? Do you have to drive like 20, 30 minutes to go to a grocery store or something? Do you have like, is it all spread out, all farmland? No stores, no chains, back roads. Honestly, that's what I like about my area of Bergen County, New Jersey. You could get whatever you want. It's all within a 5 to 15 minute drive, like everything. You could get whatever you want. All of your needs met. Connie said we have so much to do here in New Jersey. 100%. And what I love about where we live is, or at least where I live, it's only, 30, 45 minutes to New York City. So you have that, all of that opportunity and everything that city, all the opportunities there. Then you go 30, 40 minutes the other way, you're in the complete country of upstate New York. Or even if you go out in West Jersey, there's mountains country. Then if you go an hour and a half, you're down at the Jersey Shore, the Pine Barrens. I love where I live. I'm getting sidetracked though. I was supposed to be wrapping up the stream. I'm having too much fun with our convo. BJ said, I used to swim in the... I said this wrong last time. I think I said Puget, so I'm going to say Puget sound as a kid. We were used to it, but you had to come and warm up every so often in the fall through spring. It is way too cold. It's getting expensive. Unfortunately, Connie, I think that's all over the world, or at least all over the USA. But yes, New Jersey is definitely at the upper end of that. Charles said, yeah, cotton fields, tobacco fields, really just backwater. Are you in the low country, Charles? BJ said, I admit I get jealous of the beaches from Jersey and on south. I have such an East Coast bias through and through. But alrighty, everyone. We actually have to go. I'll give one more throw to the pups. It's not going to be too long till we're back live, so I hope you guys can join us back here again. Just about 2 hours or so from now, we'll do our part 2 stream of the day. So we won't be apart for too long. It's been a pleasure, everyone. Thank you to Charles for hopping in the stream. It was nice to make a new friend today. But this is not goodbye. This is see you later. Ta-ta for now. Spam those white hearts as we wrap it up. Apollo, say bye to everyone. Say bye-bye. BJ with the white hearts. Jen's with the white hearts. Connie with the white hearts. Charles said, a pleasure meeting you all. Padosta, Georgia, out in the country. All right, everyone. Peace out. We'll see you soon.